Hi everyone and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday the 13th of April. I'm using the beautiful Druidcraft tarot for today's reading. Let's have a look at what these cards want you to be aware of. They're very Celtic. I love this deck. It's very kind of Druid, pagan, Wicca, Druidry. Very much up my alley. These readings are for all signs of the zodiac. They're for everyone who watches. I set the intention, dear cards, what is Monday the 30th of April going to be like? And the wonderful cards don't have a choice but to give you the right answer. It's the law of attraction at work. You can't pick the wrong card. You always pick the right card. So you can trust. That's why it's a useful tool. We have death. The Nine of Pentacles and the King of Cups. We have a court card, a minor arcana card, and a major arcana card. Death is about an ending and a new beginning. It's Pluto in astrology. It's transformation and change. It's death and rebirth. It's quite interesting. I wouldn't identify as a Christian, but I love Easter. It's my favorite holiday. And it's interesting that this comes up because the whole story of that is about dying and overcoming insurmountable obstacles and being resurrected again and not being limited by the rules of this planet. So you've got to have death before you have the space to build something new. And a lot of people are experiencing death, not in a physical sense, although of course there are people who are experiencing it in a physical sense, but a lot of people are out of work. The Nine of Pentacles, that has to do with work. A lot of people have experienced a death in their work, so to speak, because shops have closed down, people are staying indoors, and that energy is here on Monday. The Nine of Pentacles is a woman who works really hard to get to where she is. She's got this falcon there. She's trained the falcon. That takes a long time. Like each one of these was a step forward in training the falcon. First to fly and come back and da-da-da-da-da. So she's someone who works hard. If she can't work, she's going to get frustrated because that's her identity. She likes to work with the physical, natural world, and that's how she feels powerful. So if the Nine of Pentacles, the woman in the deck who is the archetype, like an allegory for taking pleasure in your work, being disciplined in work, being successful because of work. So death, there's a loss in terms of work. There may be frustration around work or your daily routine or physical health. A lot of people have, a cough and they immediately I was freaking that, oh my God, I've got this. So it's about doing something practical, finding something practical to do. The King of Cups is the guy who has mastered his feelings, which is so nice to see him looking out at sea because he's mastered fear. He's mastered death. He's mastered the loss of a child. He's mastered marriage. He's mastered every emotion you can think of because water rules spirituality. It rules the unmanifest. So the things that you cannot touch. It represents creativity, art, music, love and feelings, emotions, being in a state of flow, being in the stream of consciousness that you call life. That's what the King of Cups is. He's totally in the flow of the universe. He feels it. His cup is full. And he's almost cheersing the ocean, saying, I got you. I know you. And he's sitting in a wooden chair. So he's almost like a mermaid in the sense that he lives in the water, or his true nature is the water, but he combines that with earth, and he lives on planet Earth, and he's got a dog, man's best friend. So he loves his dog and he loves the land. So having him around is fabulous today, because if you're not able to work or you're out of work and you're frustrated, the King of Cups will soothe you or will show you what you can do to feel better. Ultimately, the best way to use this day is to see where something has been cut out of your life involuntarily, how you can use this rather than a loss. How can you transform it into an opportunity? Because you don't waste time having emotional fallouts with that. When something goes wrong, sometimes you can go, oh, damn it, I screwed up and how terrible. And sometimes you get something wrong and you're like, that's fine, I'll keep going and I'll make the correction and it's not a big deal. And it all depends on your feelings in that moment. Your feelings are, that's why water is fast. It flows fast. They're fickle. They're uncontrollable. You know, this big dam, once the dam breaks, and the dam is always going to break without upkeep, the water flows and does what it wants. Remember, Pluto is the planet of transformation and rebirth, the phoenix rising from the ashes. Remember that Easter is the same story, turning dark and death into light. She's wearing a white dress. That's so spirit. Talk to spirit and say, I feel dreadful about this loss that I've had in my life. Tell me how I can possibly make an opportunity out of this. And you will be given the feelings that guide you towards the practical actions you want to take. So the most important thing here, she's in the center, is that you are able to apply yourself in some practical way, whether it's through work or gardening or writing or corresponding with people or training your falcon, planting some nice little flowers. It's a wonderful day of coming out of the dark into the light. And you don't have to be a spiritual person to do this. It's a time of renewal where you're able to make your mark on the world by working. And of course, you're going to be frustrated if you feel that powerful and you're not able to do it. So if you are spiritual, then you can connect to your higher self and ask, oh, this loss has happened. How can I turn that around? And then you will be given guidance through your feelings. If you don't have a faith, then you will see that something's amiss and you need to rely on yourself and your own feelings to say, okay, what am I going to do next? So nowhere have I said here, consult other people for the way ahead. No one's got the pamphlet for how to live the perfect life. Everyone's making it up as they go along. You have a great desire to work. Find a way around the restrictions that are in place at the moment and make something that you feel to be important and that is not being recognized, that's kind of died a death. You take that, you put it in a tangible format, and that's how at the end of the day you're going to feel satisfied with yourself. Be productive. Don't mourn the death or loss. For instance, the loss of, I think it's in Miami, if you go out, you have to wear a mask. You could just sit there all day and go, oh, how terrible. If I go outside, I'm wearing a mask. Or you could put the mask on, work, and feel much better about yourself. Because today, there's a sense of duty. The Nine of Pentacles is almost like Capricorn, because it's like work, work, work. I have to achieve something. This is my nature. I can't just be, what is it, sedentary. I can't just sit around. And he doesn't just sit around. He plays the harp. He goes walkies with his dog. He goes fishing. But the good thing is that he's overcome every emotional obstacle that there is. So if it weren't for him, she wouldn't be able to work. She would just focus on this. So the hole in the soul, the cauldron, so to speak, is filled with the water of the King of Cups, restores the water, and things can go on. Number-wise, we have 13, that's death. 13 and a court card counts as 1, that's 14. And 9 is 23. 2 and 3 is 5. And 5 is freedom in numerology. So by applying yourself practically in a working way, in your career, if you think outside of the box, how you can do more work or do something that you've come up with, or you change your routine, you think about changing your routine for good. A lot of people are going to come out of this saying, well, I was able to do it that way during the lockdown. I think I'm going to keep doing it that way during the lockdown. Some people are really happy working from home now. And a friend of mine, some people are really pulling together. So where there was discord, there's now major harmony and everyone's in it together kind of thing. It's that feeling. But you can really liberate yourself from money, finances, or the worry of money and finances today by taking action. It's not a day to contemplate and to think. It's a day to really listen to your feelings and to immediately put them into practice. Have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website, gregoryscott.com. We have the coupon code Spring Special, 25% off all priority and emergency sessions because of what's going on. So have a look at the website and check out the discounts and order your reading there. Also in my readings, I use astrology, tarot, numerology, and my intuition. The astrology chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth to see the snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born. If you don't have the time, don't worry, but order a rectification on the website. That's a process where I work out your time of birth, and then I can get an accurate view of who you are because the chart changes every 4 minutes. So get in touch for that. Have a wonderful day. Please hit subscribe, share the video online, and really turn this around and make something that other people are going to see as a fail, turn it into a major success, a win for you. It's a time of being an alchemist. It's a time of rising from the ashes. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful start to this week. I hope you really feel good about yourself at the end of the day. Have a fabulous Monday, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.